right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. Hello. What's up, guys? What's going on? Who's here? Boss at home? What's up, my brother? We will be talking about the 3 stages of semen retention, the 3 crucial stages. There are more than 3 stages, but these are the first 3 actually. They are consecutive with each other. They follow each other, and they are very crucial to understand. When you've been on semen retention for a minute, you will bump into the realization that it's not just a one experience, or it's not just a one size fits all experience. You will understand that there are actually levels to it, and I call them stages. And so I have a video, I think about 2 videos that have done very well on this subject, the 3 crucial stages of semen retention, where I explained what each stage is, the benefits, and also the pitfalls of each stage, and how most men on semen retention, I dare to say, never make it to stage 2. And of course, only a handful make it to stage 3. And I can recognize a man who is in stage 3 because it's the level of mastery. And so that's what we are here to talk about. I've been asked to do more of the topics that I have already done on my channel, but to go in depth, to give more details on them. And that's what I'm just here busy doing. Who's with me? Give me a thumbs up. Say something in the chat room. Like everything else, semen retention can be a science. There are, I'm sure, other men like myself who have devoted time to studying it, to observing it, and collecting data, empirical data, whether from myself personally and the men that I have dealt with in regards to semen retention, and the other men, the videos or the other reports of men that I have either watched, listened to, or read. I've eventually come to the understanding that, yeah, there are levels to it, and there is more than just one experience on semen nutrition. It's definitely not just one experience. The experience of the 22-year-old young guy full of testosterone on semen retention is not the same as the 37 or the 40-year-old, and it's definitely not the same as a 55-year-old man or who engages when all the three of them are engaged in semen retention. What's up, fellas? It's good to have you here. I appreciate you. Plant God. I like that. I like your profile picture, if that's what, I think that's what they call them here too. Your profile picture, Plant God. Yeah, I think it reminds me of one of the entheogenic albums that I have listened to, and they use, one of the albums use a picture like that on their album cover. I do use entheogenic sounds and music for meditation and contemplation. Yeah, and so that video on the three crucial stages of semen retention did very well, and guys actually more than want that information, they actually need that information, and it's my job to find a way to bring that information to you guys. Who else is with us? Code Maddie that drop. What's up, man? Good to have you. I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, thanks for being here. So I'm assuming that you guys are either interested in semen retention or are on the journey, or are being baffled by the experiences on the journey, because there are so many things that can baffle you on the semen retention journey. It has taken some time to come to a certain grip or a certain good understanding of how that works and how to be on the journey effectively. It has taken some time. And so I just want to pass that information. What up, what up? Who else is here? Say something, put some in the chat. Put some in the chat. 9 months strong. Congrats to you, bro. Congrats to you. Yeah, congrats to you. Congrats to you. 9 months is a long time. Whether, it doesn't matter what the mode is, if you are retaining semen over a period of 9 months, whether that's consecutive or whether it's overall, it's commendable. So I commend you. I respect that. It ain't easy. And you know that. And I know that. So congratulations to you. Who else is here besides these guys? So the first phase, the first stage, I call the butterfly stage. Yeah. You know, who doesn't like a butterfly? Who doesn't like what a butterfly represents? Who wouldn't love to be like a butterfly? Who wouldn't love to have multicolored butterflies in their, at least their, is it fall? Yeah, fall experience. That's the stage where a man just starts semen retention. Okay. This is the stage where the man just starts semen retention and he is excited. He's full of life. He's read, heard, watched all the benefits. Now he's looking forward to experiencing those benefits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. He is crazy. He's full of energy. He needs less sleep than he used to require. He's more motivated. He's starting to becoming more assertive. I mean, life is good. You've watched so many videos of guys telling you their stories of starting the semen retention journey. Now, whether they have started the journey via no FAPP or just abstaining, being celibate and abstaining from sex, it doesn't matter. They are retaining and they are on fire. This is the first stage, the butterfly stage. He is just hopping and skipping around. I mean, if you pay attention, most of the videos that you have watched on YouTube on this topic really describe what happens in the first stage, where the guy is all about the new life that he has found. Oh my God, I've never felt this good in my life. I've never felt this excited in my life. I'm wide awake. Oh my God. And of course, they talk about female attraction. Oh, I was at the grocery store. A couple of girls were looking at me. At school, a couple of girls are looking at me. All of a sudden, my ex who didn't want me is calling me back. What's going on? People are looking at me. My face is changing. My voice is changing. My voice is getting deeper. My vocal cords are being enhanced. Oh my God. It's a crazy experience. I have to give it to you. I have to admit, the first stage of semen retention is wild. It's crazy. I have to say, though, if you don't know that there are other stages, you would want to stay in that, quote unquote, so to speak, nervous stage, because it is in itself a somewhat unstable stage. Now, it is a healthy stage. It's powerful. It's meaningful. It's productive. You're getting things done. You're doing things you've never done before. Now you're leaving the house, leaving your room done and bed made. You can make that phone call. You can go apply for that job and go to a job interview and actually face the interviewer and look at them straight in the eyes. You can approach women. Of course, it's beneficial. The benefits are amazing. Somebody's laughing. Somebody's laughing. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. He's laughing because you know that's the truth. You know that first stage is crazy. And of course, for some guys, hearing me say first stage, you're thinking, whoa, I mean, is there something else? That's the only thing that I know. And matter of fact, that's the only thing that I want to experience. Oh my God. You are in, if you have only experienced that first stage, you are in for a treat as well as a rude awakening. I'm going to tell you exactly where you get stuck. I'm going to tell you exactly the point where you keep going back. That is relapsing. I'm going to tell you exactly what happens in your psyche, why you relapse. And most guys get stuck at that stage. Let's wait until I get there. But hey, Game Show, what up? Good seeing you, bro. This first stage is wild. You begin to have dreams. I mean, crazy dreams. Sleep is deep. I mean, I still experience deep sleep even after years. It's crazy. But I'm talking about the first stage, guys, the early experience on semen retention. It's a drug like no other. It's a euphoria like no other. Even a nut couldn't make you feel as euphoric. No amount of money can replace the sensations, the feelings of starting semen retention. Because truth be told, for some of us, we've never held this amount of energy in our bodies before. I know I never did. I remember the first time when 5-6 days, it was crazy. I had hot flashes. You know what hot flashes? Women in their between 45 and up experience hot flashes. They experience on menopause, like they're cold, hot and cold at the same time. And yes, that's possible to be hot and cold at the same time. I would be transpiring at the same time, perspiring, yeah, and at the same time very cold. I'll be like, ooh, but then I'm sweating, and I'm like, ooh. That thing was cray. I mean, dude, that early stage of semen retention. Somebody said they missed that stage. Oh, I'm gonna give it to you, brother. I know you miss it. I know you miss it. I know you miss it. Of course, you're on 9 months, so you definitely have left that behind if you graduated. Of course, by your comment, you graduated. You did make it to another stage, whether it's the second or the third stage. Man, it's a drug. Of course, you're going to miss it. It's like no other drug. But see, I just talk about the benefits. Let me talk about the pitfalls of the first stage of semen retention. The pitfalls are, you want it to last forever, forgetting what is called the principle that's called the hedonic adaptation of man. You will get used to it. If you continue retaining your semen, you ain't got a choice, baby. It will have to move on to another stage. Eventually, you will not feel as excited and as being all over the places like that, because you will have adapted, your system will have adapted to the new energy. Of course, having this level of energy for the first time, it makes you feel crazy. But as you move on and as your body gets used to it, as your brain learns to tolerate that higher level of energy, as your system accepts it, it starts fading away. Now, let's say you're still retaining, you still have all the benefits, all the physical benefits, right? Your body's still strong, you're still powerful, you're still assertive, you're still looking at people in the eye, you're still magnetic, you're still present, you're still motivated. You still have all the benefits, except one day, let me not rush this. Let me not rush. Let me take some time. So let's talk real quick before I get to. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who feels crazy. Of course not. Of course not. Sometimes I'll be feeling like an alien. Absolutely. No, you're not the only one feeling crazy on the first stage of semen retention. So if you guys are still on that stage, yeah, you're in the crazy stage. So let's continue talking about the pitfalls of the first stage. The pitfalls are, you still, in that first stage, you still have an addictive brain. And you know the brain will become addicted to anything that releases high levels of dopamine. So, I want you to listen to me very carefully. This new euphoric experience in the early stage of semen retention now is creating a new addiction in the brain. The brain now wants to be addicted to this new found state of pleasure, to the point where when guys don't feel like it, they go to YouTube trying to find videos to watch what's going on to them and watch the benefits and talk about the benefits and ask questions about the benefits, because they want to stay in that stage, because that stage is addictive. It's no different than being on cocaine or anything that gives you a high. So what begins to happen is, the moment that guys feel like they're slipping, like that level of euphoria is diminishing, they start panicking. Because remember now, they are getting addicted to it. So they start panicking. They go into panic mode because it's leaving. Whoa, wait a minute. I haven't relapsed. Why am I not feeling as excited anymore? I haven't relapsed. Why am I feeling like, what's going on? I used to feel, I thought they have said that I would always be feeling, yeah. And guys get into panic mode when their bodies begin to adapt to the new energy. Yes, because hedonic adaptation is for everybody. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. You will adapt to the new energy. You will have it in your body, and it feels like, because it will become your new normal. It will become your second nature. It will become who you are. Now, here is where it's very crucial to understand this information. Now that your energy is high, now that your body is being renewed and rejuvenated, now that you can think more clearly, now that you are more present, I need you to hear this. I need you to hear this part right here. Now that you're not running, and now that you're not sleeping as much, and now that you are more present than you used to be, something happens. Negative thoughts, negative emotions, traumatic memories begin to emerge in your mind. So guys panic more, even more, because they're like, wait a minute, all of a sudden I'm being bombarded by my childhood traumas. I'm being bombarded by my attachment issues. I'm being bombarded by my own self-loathing and self-deprecating issues, my lack of self-esteem, my lack of self-confidence, and all sorts of inadequacies are emerging out of me. So some guys run back. They run because they don't want to face, or they can't face the demons at that stage, because they're too aware for it. They're too present for it. That's why they hear it. Remember, while you were on porn, you were busy running away. While you were jerking off all the time, you were busy hiding from your issues. You were busy running away from those things which have been seeking your attention for you to work on them. Because somebody says, and I agree, we are not addicted to anything except escapism. We are addicted to running away from ourselves, running away from our issues. And so when you begin semen retention on this first stage, you feel present and you get to hear those things inside of you. And some guys, that's not what they were promised when they were watching those videos. And so they want to run away. They thought this is not working, because on top of being horny, on top of trying to retain this energy, and on top of not trying to relapse, I'm feeling all these negative emotions, like I'm being overwhelmed and overcome by these negative emotions. What am I to do? Welcome to stage number 2. And that stage, I call it stage number 2. I call it the emotional labor stage. Yes, the emotional labor stage. At this stage, yeah, I'm gonna take my time. I'm going to interact with you guys a little bit more and then get into this second stage. But as a transition, in the first stage, it's total euphoria, excited. But remember, you were running away from your issues. That's why you were spending hours watching porn. All those problems were always there. You weren't addicted to porn. You weren't addicted to a nut. You were addicted to escapism. You were addicted to running away from your issues, from your mama issues, your daddy issues, from your life's issues. Things that you don't like about you, things that you don't like about your life, things that you don't like about life, period. Your inadequacies, your self-hate. You were busy running away from those things. And now, when the body is low on energy, it seems like those thoughts are not coming to you. But they're there in the subconscious, in the background. But now that you get to be more present, they come for you. They say, hey, bro, let's talk. We've been here for the longest. And now you want to run away. Some guys relapse so that they can start the first stage all over again. I've seen it. I have done it. Because it's unbearable not to feel that euphoria anymore. It's unbearable to start facing that pain of the emotional labor stage. It's crazy. And so, I know this too well. I know it too well for myself. And I know it too well from the experiences I've had with men. I know it. Because the first stage will eventually give way to a state of drudgery, a state of, it seems like nothing is happening. It seems like there is a silence that has come. Although you have not relapsed. Yeah. Let's take a break. We'll talk about stage 2. Let's see what you guys are saying about stage 1. Yes. Tissue issues. I like that. I have a video that says the issues are in the tissues. Yeah, I like that. Yes. Let me put that on the screen. Correct. You do adapt to your new energy, but it takes time and longer than guys think. I'm over 500 days. Kudos to you, my brother, currently, but it gets worse before it gets better, guys. It gets dark before day. It gets dark before dawn. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. But as you may know, Ahmed Mohammed, most guys are unaware of this phenomenon. They are unaware that they're going to adapt. They are unaware that they will not continue experiencing that euphoria forever. Oh my God. What kind of life would that be, that you would be so jittery and so excited and so all over the place forever? Yeah, but it gets worse. As you said, yes, sir, it gets worse before it gets better. And so, my friend, some men, and I'm sure perhaps some of you, but definitely yours truly, and definitely the men that I have worked with, once that first stage is easing its way out and a transition is taking place to the next stage that I call emotional labor, there is a sense of drudgery that comes over the men. There is a silence that comes. There is a sense of nothing is happening. Well, all of a sudden, I'm no longer feeling as excited. All of a sudden, I'm no longer feeling as motivated. All of a sudden, it seems like I don't want to do anything physically. It seems like I want to stay in bed again. But I haven't relapsed, mind you. I haven't relapsed. I haven't watched porn. I haven't jerked off. I haven't even had sex with a woman. But what's happening? What? Please, guys, let me know what's going on. The man is panicking for good reasons, because he received a lot of information from guys who never leave stage one. There are guys who are always in stage one. You know how they maintain stage one? As soon as they get to that transition part, they relapse. And of course, once you relapse and then you start building again, you start experiencing a level of euphoria. Although that euphoria will never be the same as the first one, but it will be some type of euphoria. And so you have guys who have been doing semen retention for a minute, but they've only been repeating a cycle with stage one. Get to the transition part where it starts being quiet, starts being silent, it starts being different. They relapse and start the journey again. And those guys, unfortunately, are on YouTube making videos, and that's all they talk about. You can't tell me your first video was 2 years ago and you're still talking about all of the first experience of semen retention. So that's where you've been for the past 2 years. You've never made it to that other stage. You never adapted. Let's talk about the emotional labor. Why I call it emotional labor. Yeah, there you go. Let me put that on the screen. Somebody's saying it. I was so confused because they promised rainbows. They promised that this would be forever. Well, they promised that because they themselves stay in it forever. As soon as they start adapting, they get out. They relapse and they start over so that they can experience that euphoria, because they're not about to go through that pain and they're not about to go to face those demons that are coming for them. Let's talk about, hold on, put that on the screen. Some good stuff. You speak as if you were me, man. Very clear and to the point. You know the stage as well. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've suffered a lot. I've been to the school of hard knocks. I've been through a lot of trial and error. Yes. And one good thing that I've done on my journey was to document all my experiences. I actually documented all my experiences. I spent about 10 months without any work. I had enough money saved. I was paying my apartment, my car, my bills, and I spent about 10 months in the early stage of NoFap. Man. And I think I should do a live on Ask Me about my journey, right? I should do a live like that. You guys ask me about my journey, like, so you can get the details, because a lot of times I just have to say bits and pieces here and there, and I had time, and so I wrote my experiences down. I was busy writing over and over, and then at the end I have so many journals and so many pieces of loose pieces of writing, and that's how I was able to capture all of that data. But you know, Ahmed, I've watched some semen retention and NoFap related videos, and every once in a while I would read a comment from a guy like you or like myself, like when everybody's talking about ba 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 ba, and then this one comment would be the wise one. You could see that, okay, that guy has done it. He's gone through it. And every once in a while too, a mature man, by mature I mean a man who's gone through the stages, come on my channel and leave a comment, a deep comment. He'll be like, I know this is true, while everybody else is busy out there saying the same thing, talking about this one particular area: female attraction, crazy energy, go to the gym, feeling on top of the world, feeling good, the skin clearing and all that. But that's preliminary. That's basic. The depth, the true benefits of this journey is beyond stage one. Well, you're on the right journey, bro. You're on the right journey. This is my first week with no relapses, brother, and it's hard. Wish that you can. I guess it's hard. Not can last the long distance on this journey. I'm sure you're gonna last. Well, I mean, as you know, 500 days in, you've observed a lot. You can see the temptation coming from a mile away or miles away. You can understand how you're feeling. You understand how you're feeling now. You understand what seasons lead you to relapse. You understand a lot of things. You have a lot of data. You're sitting on a lot of data. And of course, that puts you in a better position to make decisions for yourself. Absolutely. And this is no different than any other sciences. This is no different than any other path that a man is getting better at. I'm sorry to break it. I'm sorry to give you the bad news. You're not done. And so the emotional labor stage is the stage where the universe or God is coming back around to give you an opportunity to work on those issues that you've been escaping for your life. Remember, addictions are mostly escapism. Even for those hardcore drugs, right? So let's say for hardcore drugs, there is a case where an addiction, certain person addicted to a hardcore drug, where it might not have been that they were escaping. So let's say they were just curious. Somebody was curious and they hit something and that was it for them. And now they're just maintaining the addiction. In a few instances, they may not have been escaping anything. They were just having fun. And I think that's the stories we've heard about cocaine and some other drugs, right? It started with curiosity. It started with just want to experience what the coworkers saying or what the friends or peer pressure, work, college, school. But for the most part, the less hardcore drugs, alcohol, the 420, and some of the little things, even cigarettes, porn, overeating, content consumption, like watching TV, binging on Netflix and television, they more have to do with escapism than anything else. And so now, on this stage, God is coming, the demons are coming for you to face them. They want you to work on them. They want you to heal those wounds from the past, those wounds that you've been running away from. They want you to heal them. They want you to change your mind about yourself and start looking at yourself from the right light and stop hating yourself and stop loathing yourself. They want you to start looking society from the right perspective. They want you to tap into your spirituality. They want you to learn to make decisions, good choices. It's a stage of work. See, the first stage was merely a stage of state of being, and feeling too. You were just being excited. You were just being happy. Whoa, all is well. Yeah, man, I'm on top of the world. Woo, I'm feeling on top of the world. Woo, this is crazy. Crazy. Ma, I'm feeling so good. Yeah, ooh. It's a stage of feeling. And you don't have to do anything. In the second stage, you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. And I understand. I get it because I've been there. All of a sudden, the issues that you've been running away from, you've been running away from them. And on top of that, it seems like you're not as excited because in that second stage, you may get depressed. Some guys have gotten depressed on the second stage. Some guys have gotten depressed, really sad. I mean, I'm talking about crying. I'm talking about wailing. I'm talking about feeling like, man, I don't want to do anything today, man. F this thing, man. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. All I want to do is bust a nut. I have a video with that title, man. I think in the thumbnail, I took a thumbnail like this, like, all I want to do is just bust a nut right now. And that video is true of my experience, not true when I made it, but it's true of my experience where, on the second stage, you're facing so many things. You're just like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right now, all I want to do is just bust a good nut, feel good, and just escape all these demons that are coming from me, all this negativity that's coming in my mind. But then you hear the voice of God, the angel on your right shoulder that says, if you bust a nut, you're going to start going down the wrong path once again. You're going to run away from your life once again. And so you may choose to listen, But I'm telling you, any guy who's passed the first stage knows exactly what I'm talking about. And any guy who's been stuck at the transition point knows exactly what I'm talking about also. They know that when the transition begins to take place and they start feeling that dread and they start feeling that silence, they start having memories where their childhood memories, negative memories start popping back up, they know it. They can't take it and they go back. So both guys, both the one who has succeeded and the one who has failed and gone back know exactly what I'm talking about. The second stage is a stage of work. You got to put in the work. You got to work on yourself. You got to heal your emotions. You got to heal your scars. This is where legends are made. In one of the videos that I make on this subject with the same title, The 3 Crucial Stages of Semen Retention, I said that this is where legends are made. The second stage is going to make you or break you. It's going to defy you. It's going to cause you to either retreat or you will advance further. This is where real men are made. Yes, sir. Because not only the second stage is a combination of the first stage plus the work that you have to do with the second stage. The combination is you're still getting the benefits now. Yes, you're still holding the semen. You're still retaining. You're still feeling powerful. Although you may be depressed for one day. Although you may wake up one day and feel like, man, what's going on, man? I mean, like, what's wrong? But if you acknowledge, you'll be like, but I'm still feeling good in my body though. Like my body's still strong. I still sleep, about 4 or 5 hours and I'm good. I'm still pushing a lot of weight in the gym. People are still looking at me and everything. I'm physically, I'm still changing. My voice is still deep. My mind is still clearer. But them negative voices, them negative images and pictures and memories keep popping up. And I'm feeling sad, man. And I'm being depressed, bro. I'm about to give up, man. F this thing, man. F this ish. I'm done with it. I'm done with it, bro. I can't take this. If that's where you are, I feel you. I feel you. And just know that it will get better. It's a rite of passage. Like our brother said last night. I had a guest on, Harvey. For some of you who've been here for the past few lives, Harvey talked about the rite of passage for a man. And we talked about manhood last night. But for this topic too, the second stage is your rite of passage. That's where you need to prove yourself. To yourself first, and to God, and to the opportunity that the universe is giving you. Yes. So a typical day on the second stage, what you guys talking about? I'm coming. Let me put some more information out there, because you guys are here on live, but somebody else is gonna come and watch the video later on. But I'm coming to interact with you in the chat room. Give me a second. A typical day on the second stage is like that. You wake up, your eyes pop open, no excitement, and you're like, I'm trying to get them. You grab your phone, go on YouTube, go on social media. But because you've been somewhat renewed, you're not even that interested in what's going on out there, right? You're no longer like that. You're no longer all crazy about, what's on social media. Or like, look at the phone. You're like, yeah. You manage to get up, take a shower, put some clothes on, and your phone rings. And you're like, the hell is calling me? Leave me alone. I don't be bothered, Dang, this is not the time for it. I don't want to be bothered, people. Just leave me alone. You drag to work, go to work, and of course, the first person you meet is like, "You all right, man?" Like, yeah, I'm good, man. All is good. You're like, you sure, bro? You kind of look like, you're out of it or something. No, man, all is good. It's good. I'm all right. Like, all right, cool. And later on, a few hours later, your supervisor comes over like, yeah, man, you've been quiet today. You ain't been your real self late today. You're like, yeah, I'm you're like, you sure? You sure don't want to go home? Nah, I don't want to go home, because if you go home, that's it. You're going to relapse. Take it from me, okay? And you're like, nah, man, nah, I'm good. I appreciate it, but I'm good. I'm all right. And then in your mind, you're like, WTF, like, what's going on? Like, man. Anyhow, you managed to make it to the day. And so let's say you work during the day, towards the end of your shift and the thoughts start coming about relapsing. Oh yeah, we're looking forward to that computer. We're looking forward to that iPad or whatever you used to use. And it's like, man, I'm looking forward to it. But then you're like, a part of you is like, I don't want to do it. Like, no, man, I'm so far in. I'm like, man, I'm like 60 days in, 45 days in. I don't want to do it, man. My body's still feeling good, though. These thoughts are bothering me, but my body's still good. I don't want to give it up because I know what's going to happen. And somehow, by fluke, by chance, you go home, you didn't relapse. And you wake up the next day, you're feeling good again. You know what just happened? You passed the test. You passed the test. You passed the test. Your subconscious mind yesterday wanted to put you in a low state, in some low moods, so that its suggestions to relapse would feel alluring to you, would feel appealing to you. But you didn't fall for it. You just got the rite of passage, at least for that season, at least for that moment. But if you had gone back home and relapsed, you got to do it again. Now, of course, just like everything else that requires a passing score to move on to the next level, you got to do it again. Yeah, you got to take the class again. You got to learn again because you didn't learn something. But if you stick with it, and you do the work, you heal your emotions, you process your negative thoughts, you forgive who you need to forgive, starting with yourself, you start loving yourself, and suddenly, but surely, slowly but surely, you begin to feel a sense of relief. You begin to feel calm. Grounded. You begin to feel as if you're no longer as bothered by things, whether thoughts in your mind or whether things outside of you, as you used to. Now, when you wake up in the morning and you don't feel as excited, that doesn't even bother you no more. Well, you are now transitioning to the next stage. And I'm hoping that I have some guys here who know about the third stage. Welcome to the third stage. The peaceful stage, the stage of power. Welcome to the third stage. Let's talk in the chat for a second before I move on to the first stage. I know all of you guys relate because you've been commenting. You've been commenting. Tell me something. Share something with me. The most troublesome or the most troubling stage of the three, of course, is stage 2, the emotional labor stage. Tell me a part of your story. Tell me something that has happened to you on stage 2. Let me put this on the screen. See what you're talking about. The emotional labor stage is the testing stage. Yes, sir. By God, many fail and quit at this stage. Oh, God bless you, brother. If you know this truth, God bless you. If you know this truth, God bless you. Many quit at this stage and blame their urges. But the truth is, they're running away from their emotions. Not many want to admit that they are weak. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. You've been through it. You've learned it. The second stage will shake your foundation. It will ask you who you are. It will shake you. It will break you or make you Yes, because in stage 2, that's where you have to admit that you're weak, man. In stage 2, it was where I admitted that I was a simp, man. I'm a simp, man. Man, I'm crazy. I'm running after these girls and whatever, whoever I was. Actually, I was dating one woman at the time of my recovery, but I used to look at other women, right? I was like, man, I'm a simp, man. I'm trying to be with this girl, and I've been running after her for so long. Man, what am I doing being with her? Man, I need to change. I need to do something. And I'm like, man, I have all these projects and plans. I've never worked on them. Of course, in that stage, you begin to look at yourself. You're looking at how inadequate you may be in certain areas, how fearful you are, how perhaps unintelligent you are in certain areas, and you have to admit them. And if you are cocky and you are egotistical, you have to admit it so you can find the freedom. Someone says that silent, lonely feeling is stage 2. Correct. Yes, it's not stage 1, because in stage 1 you definitely don't get silent. You know that it's a lot of noise, full-blown noise. You know that 24/7, and you know that it's not lonely because you're on top of the world, and you definitely that's stage 2. Correct. It's under emotional labor. That's the emotional labor stage. In that stage, you feel that silence, that deafening silence, that lonely feeling, that feeling that you want to belong to somebody. You just want to be held by a woman. Oh, if I could only be held by a woman, if I could only kiss a woman. Oh my God, if I could only bust a nut, it would be great. If a woman could only tell me she loves me, if I could only hear that I'm loved by a woman. That's that stage. That's that stage. That's the stage where you recognize how needy you are, how broken you are. Yes. What are we talking about here? I feel like I'm still going through second stage. It lasts the longest. I'm battling those demons. Correct. And your comments confirm your stage. I agree. Yes, stage 2, of course, because that's the work stage. That's what I said, right? It's the stage where you have to put the work in. It lasts the longest. It's crazily amazing, or even shocking to some, how quickly stage 1 lasts, how fast it's gone. Yes, you are correct. If you're battling those demons, you're on stage 2, and it lasts a long time. But if you are a success-minded man, you will know this is the best stage then. Because if this is the stage that you're fighting those things which you have been running away forever, if this is the stage that gets you to feel so excited, so healed and so put together, if this is the stage that's gonna make you a man, if this is the stage that's gonna make you feel whole, self-confident, and have a good self-esteem, you know that's the best stage. What I like to tell guys is what I have done for myself. Man, just imagine if you never studied NoFap and semen retention, porn probably was going to kill you. You were dead anyway. So take just a few years. It won't take long because you wasted a few years anyway. It won't take long. Just take some time to be on stage number 2 and feel that dread and face those demons. Yes, you're going to run away. You're going to run, but come back. Face them some more. You're going to run, but come back. Face them some more. Yeah. Brother, I don't know, man. I wish I could insert this information into men's minds. I wish I could download it and bypass their subconscious mind and conscious mind and just plant it there and let it become their reality. But unfortunately, I cannot. Even if you get the information, you must do the work yourself. Every man has had to do the work themselves. Salvation is personal. You have to take the wisdom and the knowledge and let it serve you. You see, you have to hold your end of the bargain. The other end of the bargain is God. What God has sent you the information, God has sent you the knowledge, God has sent you the videos, the research, and everybody's talking about it. But your end of the bargain is following through with it, loving yourself, having compassion for yourself as you go through the process. You have to show up for yourself. So really, you have to save yourself. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you know, you're at work. I appreciate you being here while at work, you know, and you definitely will be rewarded for it. I didn't read that last comment. I just took off. Let me put it back in. Exactly what you said happened to me at work. Everyone saying, "You good, bro?" At stage 2. But what helped me was hitting the sauna. Yeah. When I was at that stage right after work to massage my body. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, people are going to confirm it. People are going to come and like, you all right, bro? Error code. Good seeing you, bro. Yes. Yep. I'm sure the first time I did NoFap, I didn't realize I was doing it. It definitely started to work because I attracted a beautiful woman. Hey, when I want, even I wasn't even looking for it. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that the guys talk about, right? Female attraction, because you have that energy. Remember now, women unconsciously pick up your energy. Women pick up where you are. They pick up what is brewing inside of you. They actually do. And yes, congrats. I'm hoping that you still have that woman or you're still with her. Error code, welcome, my brother. All right, cool. Yeah, usually relapse in stage 1. Absolutely. I mean, who hasn't? Who didn't? Who didn't relapse in stage 1? I mean, you know, it's the entry level, although it feels very good. But as soon as, you know, as we progress in it and we are approaching stage 2, we start feeling the transition coming, and we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that pressure. We're not ready for it. So yes. And then of course, which helps me to remember something. Most relapses happen in stage 1. Actually, it has to, of course, because every time the transition is about to take place to the higher stage, well, the man runs away, and the way he runs away is by relapsing. So more relapses take place between stage 1 and stage 2 than actually take place in stage 2. Because, for example, once the man starts agreeing with the work, once he starts saying, you know what, yeah, I got to do this. I'm doing this. I'm facing my demons. I'm doing this. That courage alone starts ministering to him and start helping him, and chances to relapse, the odds of relapsing get lower, because now he's a determined man. He's a courageous man. He's fighting. He's saying, I'm in this BI and I'm going to fight. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I ain't letting go. I ain't letting down. I'm a man. Because he still has all the energy. So It feels like semen retention is an invisible coat and pants and hat to protect me physically and spiritually. Absolutely. It is an energy. Uh, it's a hedge of protection. You are. It's where semen retention adds to your aura. It adds to your magnetic field. It adds to your to your magnetic field and how far your magnetic field extends in front of you, to your side, and all around you. Basically, your aura, which part of your aura is not visible to the eye. Some people can see it because if you've been trained esoterically, you can see aura. I can see some levels of aura, but there are levels of it. There are areas of it that are not, that the eyes, to the naked eyes, the naked eyes cannot pick up, right? So remember, the semen is literal energy in your body. You just can't see it. Remember now, your chakras are energy centers. They're like transformers. You know, in electricity, right? The electricity that we use, you have transformers every some 100 feet on a light pole, or somewhere in the neighborhood, and that's what it is. Those are energy centers. This is where the energy comes in, and whatever it needs to happen to it happen, whether it's increasing it, stabilizing it, whatever it needs to happen to the incoming energy happens at that energy center before it goes to the next energy. And that's what the chakra system is, right? So when you're holding semen, you're working with the second chakra and also a little bit with the third chakra, and that energy center gets healed, it gets rejuvenated, and now the energy moves to the next center. So those are literal energy. The energy is a literal energy in your body. It's subtle. It's just not noticeable to the eye. You just cannot. The naked eyes cannot pick it up. But it extends outside of you, and that's how the magnetism happens. That's how it happens. That's how people look at you and be like, "Oh my God, you look so bright!" Like, "Oh my God," or like, "Dang, I didn't expect your voice to be so deep, man." And you know, that's how the ladies wave and smile and stuff like that, because the energy that extends in front of you, where all around you, goes and contacts their energy and communicates for you. I don't want to get too deep esoterically, but that's what happens. So yeah, it is a hedge of protection, an invisible cubicle around you, if you will. It's like you are walking and there's an invisible cubicle made of energetic shields around you. Yes, definitely feel grounded on semen retention. Let's talk about the third stage. We can talk about it for those of you who are looking forward to it. Ooh. For those of you who are looking forward to the third stage, and for a few of you who have experienced it, you already know what it is, but I'm sure most of you are actually looking forward to the third stage. When you graduate from the first and the second stage, you've made it past the butterfly stage, the excitement, the crazy euphoria, and you've made it through the dumps of the emotional labor of feeling down, like, man, you know, so. And now you enter a whole new world where God resides. Oh, Whoa, did he say that? Yes. On the third stage, which is the peaceful stage, I call it, the powerful stage, is a stage where God lives. That's where the angels live. And that's where you enter. You will hear the voice of the universe more clearly. You will have a better understanding of yourself. But physically, how does that manifest? A typical day on the third stage. Well, first of all, how does the transition between the second stage to the third stage take place? It takes place as follows. Because you've been working on your emotions, you've been healing your wounds, you've been working on yourself, you've taken days and nights out to just lay down and sit in a corner in the dark. Of course, hopefully you learn to meditate. Hopefully you learn to read certain notions or spiritual notions, because of course semen retention will make you spiritual eventually. It will come to you. It will come for you. It will come and offer you spirituality. And you begin to feel a sense of peace. You begin to feel a sense of deep calmness and deep groundedness. When you speak, you begin to take time to think and process your thoughts before you speak, right? You're coming from, bah, 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 bah. Oh, yeah. Whoa, blah, blah, I'm telling you, to, okay. I see what you're saying. And when you're asked a question, you're like, yeah. That's a great question. Thanks for asking. You're thinking, you're reaching deep within, because your ego is no longer pushing you, trying to save face, trying to be the most popular guy in the meeting or in the group. You've lost that ego. So there's no need to rush to say something, because you're comfortable in yourself. You're happy in yourself. You're grounded in yourself. You're peaceful. Your demons you have dealt with them. You have overcome them. So you feel this sense of, I ain't got to prove myself. I ain't got to show off. This is so ugly. I ain't got to do that. And I don't want to do that. In fact, in that stage, you probably will lose friends and relationships, and move away from family members, because the ugliness that the ego deals with, and because you've lost part of your ego, you don't want to deal with that ugliness no more. You don't want to deal with the lies. I remember the day I woke up and felt like, oh, whoa, I'm not telling lies no more. Whoa, like it's ugly to tell a lie. Like, whoa. It's like a day. It's like a striking revelation. Like, whoa. I feel so ugly for lying. And this is different from a guilt. It's not a guilt trip. It's more like you deeply feel convicted about misleading another man or a woman. You now feel, should you meet with a woman, you're going to tell her the truth. Look, I just want a piece of that. Instead of just trying to lead her on, because you feel like, no, this is an ugly practice. And of course, you will bump into the law of attraction. You will like, whoa, what you put out there is what you attract. So if I go out there lying to these girls, and they're going to lie back to me, because that's what you're putting out there. That's what's going to come back to you. That's what you're sowing. That's the harvest you're going to reap. And so on stage 3, the peaceful stage, this is the stage where people look at you and they don't even ask you a question. In stage 1, and they're like, whoa, you're all excited. You man, something happened to you. In stage 2, they ask you how you're doing, if everything's okay. On stage 3, they just admire. It's just admire what they see in you. And sometimes they can't even express it. It's just like a smile, a wave, or people just want to be around you. And then this is where now you have your choice of women. women can pick up that you are grounded. They can pick up that you're on top of your business, like you got your ish together. They can pick up that you're a strong man. They can pick up that you're not out there running after women. And so everywhere you go, they're looking at you. They're smiling. And another thing that happens on this stage too is men and women begin to serve you. Yep, open doors for you. Oh, pick that up for you. Which one do you want, sir? Okay, there you go. Pay your meal. Yep. I've been in restaurants before where the server comes over and be like, those people at that table over there paid for you. Those ladies, and of course, it's been women. Those ladies over there paid for you. I'm like, oh, well, thank you very much. And like, whoa, when you walked in and we're like, oh my God, this guy is full of life. This guy is, there's something different about him. So our spirit said we should pay your meal. Or guys have said the car in front of them has paid their meals in the drive-thru. And now people come in your life to help you do things that otherwise you would have to spend money on. More of your money stay in your pocket now. At this stage now, you begin to provide service, or you begin to create a product, and you begin to bless people. But the best part of stage 3, we speak English here. We speak English here. I'm sure you know that. If you want to send a comment in English, you're gonna have to translate that. But other than that, I'm sorry, I don't understand that language that you're writing in. And so on stage 3, you're so peaceful that you don't feel the need to get involved with people unless your spirit agrees with it. So whether it's women or anybody else, you don't feel the need to, Patriots, you're in the house. Yes, sir. Good seeing you. Thanks for being here. You don't feel the need to associate with individuals that your spirit disagrees with. And you're so peaceful, man. You're so peaceful. And when you go places, you ain't got to be the first one to say anything. You ain't got to be the first one. You ain't got to be the loudest one. You ain't got to be the one to talk about yourself. Even when you are asked a question about yourself, you're like, and then you're looking to find that one sentence that can answer the question instead of having to speak 10 sentences, because you feel so good on the inside. There's no need to keep blah, 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 blah about yourself. It's no longer about that. And should you choose a woman, you'll pick the best one at the time, to do the thing with, or even to get in a relationship with. And lastly, on stage 3, you will begin to think of life purpose. You will begin to think of what it is that you can do in this life to help other people. You're no longer concerned with your own profits, with your own benefits, right? You're no longer concerned with chasing women for the sex. No, you're no longer concerned, because you have gone through a transformation. Now you're living with God. You're living up there. You're now concerned with, how can I touch the world? How can I share with one person? How can I impact one person? And in this stage now, 2 things primarily are important to keep in mind. Is you develop a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency when you're doing things. Right? You do things with a sense of urgency. Now, a sense of urgency is not emergency. It's not an emergency. It's a sense of urgency. For example, when I have to make a video, I gotta make it. Because somebody's waiting, some guy is waiting to watch it. I gotta make it. If I need to come on here on live, I have to do it. If I need to go to the gym, I gotta do it, and I'm gonna do it and get going. We don't waste time no more. We understand the little things that come to block our way. We just kick them out of the way and just keep going. But when we need to do something, we just keep going like that. We have a sense of urgency. You know how some guys just chill when they're doing things like, yeah, man, you know, I'm going to get to it. But no, I need to do it. If I can do it now, let me do it now. If I can do it today, let me do it today. Why wait when I can do it now? Which means you'll get more things done, which means you become more dynamic. So if you are at a job, promotion might just be around the corner. Absolutely. If you are doing a business, man, revenue might just double. Why not triple? Why not quadruple? Because you become dynamic. You just keep going. You're doing things with a sense of urgency. God is with you. You are focused. You are focused on purpose now. You want to make an impact on people. This is the stage also where you become a mystery to others around you. You're a mystery. Men look at you and be like, I don't know how you do it. You look like you have all the time in the world. Man, do you ever fall? And then this is also the stage where men will be jealous of you. And they will be waiting for your demise. They will be waiting for that one day when you show up with your head down. They will be waiting for that one day when it feels like you either have relapsed or something wrong goes into your life, because you're handling situations so well. You're handling adversity so well. You're handling life so well that it will evoke jealousy in some people. And I'm sorry to tell you, it might just be your girlfriend. It might just be your best friend. It might just be a family member. Usually, jealousy and envy and hatred does not start with strangers. No, they start with close relationships. Friends, family, girlfriends, boyfriends. Well, for a woman, yes. But you will be able to handle it. You won't have a problem with it. You will just keep going through. You will just keep pursuing your purpose, because you know, man, I'm not afraid of death. When the day comes for me to die, so be it. I'll go back home. Home being wherever I used to be before I came to this earth. But until that day, I'm going to keep doing what I need to do, and I'm not living in fear. So whether somebody promise or warns me they want to do something, or whether I know somebody doesn't like me, I don't care about that, because I'm living with purpose, because I understand those things exist to create resistance in my life so that I don't pursue my purpose, so that I don't do what I need to do, so that I don't speak my truth. And I don't care about that. Because on this third stage, you meet God. You speak with him, you walk with him, and he walks with you. And by God here, I'm not referring to an anthropomorphic God like the Judeo-Christian God. I mean the universe. I mean the higher intelligence. I mean the intuitive power. That's what I mean. The light, the design, the intelligent design behind it all. The power that created you. The power that causes us to be here. That's what I mean by God. Okay? In this stage, you are so connected, you cannot afford letting somebody take you off the path. You cannot afford listening to somebody and cause you to miss a beat in your rhythm. Let's see what. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thanks for being here, Patriot Gains. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Semen retention, and so in conclusion, or at least on the way toward a conclusion, in consideration of a conclusion, but that means I ain't concluding yet. But I miss college. I miss papers, term papers and essays and stuff. But I got to start writing soon, whether blogs or books and whatnot. But and so semen retention is not a one experience. It cannot be. Nothing in existence is a one experience. And semen retention is no different. How can it be? It's not that. So when you watch materials, then you see how misleading, although the contents may be true. It may be true. All the benefits that those videos talk about may be true or are in fact true. But the videos are misleading in the sense of, it seems like that's the only thing that there is. That female attraction is the only thing that there is. Like testosterone, increased of testosterone levels is the only thing that there is. Like muscle gains is the only thing that there is. And looking good with clear skin is the only thing that there is. It tells me how shallow the West is. Because the East does not see it that way. The East, the East side of the world, when I say the East, they go deeper into matters like that. Or they know the power of semen. The West is new to the power of semen, but the East knows the power of semen. Because you better believe those monks, you better believe Buddha was not having sex like that. You better believe Jesus was not having sex like that. You better believe Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, you better believe that those guys saved their nuts. They saved their seeds. You better believe that. Napoleon and all these powerful men that the East has given the world. And a lot of men in the West too. But the West is relatively new compared to the East, okay? And so semen retention is more than just one experience. It has 3 stages. And how many men are going to make it to stage 3? I don't know. I know I can recognize the man who's there. I know. And also stage 3 is where now you operate by knowledge. And here's what I mean by operating by knowledge. I do things based on what I know to be true, not waiting for me to feel like it or to be motivated. I don't know if you guys have watched self-development videos where some guys in the world have said motivation is whack, inspiration is whack. Elon Musk says, I'm not discounting the value of inspiration. It's very necessary and effective. But let me make it clear that I don't operate on that. I don't need inspiration and motivation. I just get up and get going. So he gets up and lives based on knowledge. What's the knowledge? The knowledge of I have a purpose. I have things that I'm doing and I have control over my body. I have a command of my body. So I get up and do those things. What's this thing with inspiration? What's this thing with motivation? What's this thing? But it's necessary for a certain stage. You need that in stage 1 and stage 2. But in stage 3, you become the inspiration. Because remember now, you're impacting lives. from your life to the life of the people who come into your life. Strong meat tonight, strong meat. You become the inspiration. You become the motivation. You become the motive power behind what you do. So let's say a typical day of mine. I wake up. Well, first of all, I don't go to bed till 5, 6 in the morning. Well, lately it's been earlier since now the work has been where it's at. The studio is done. I've been going live. I have a lot of things set up where when I need to do something, I can do it more faster. But I don't go to bed before 3 and wake up 11, 12. And once I wake up, whether my body's tired, because which lately has been the case, because I've been working out with this with RAC. The RAC is my personal trainer and also Harvey's personal trainer. I've been working out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I worked out today. And it for my experience, it's crazy workout for my experience. And I get tired, but my knowledge is, man, I have things to do. Oh, by the way, my personal trainer today, when I was finished and I was leaving, so I went over to give him some prop before I left. He said, "You're tired, huh?" I said, "Yes, but my spirit is willing." And so I just worked out. I finished. He said, "Yeah." So basically he was observing me. He saw that I was tired, but I was there and I worked out. So my knowledge is what keeps me going. Man, I have these goals. I have these dreams. I have these aspirations. The guys are waiting for a video. They're waiting for a live. I need to get this information out there. I have a sense of urgency. My knowledge is go, 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 go. Do it, do it, do it. Go and do it. I don't wait for inspiration. Inspiration from whom? From what? For what? I am the inspiration. I am the one inspiring men. I am the one giving inspiration to men. I am the one motivating men. I am the source of inspiration and motivation. And so I don't wait for it. I give it because I manufacture it. Who helps me manufacture it? God, the universe, helps me manufacture it and sit on a huge stack of it. And I have it to give. And so I'm here giving this to you. You understand? I'll probably give some more when I get off of here, because when I finish a live, I usually go and hang out with some guys that I respect and who respect me and who uplift me and who I uplift. And I guarantee you, I can't wait to go to sleep, to wake up tomorrow, the next day. And sometimes I don't even want to go to sleep, because sometimes it feels like, man, why I got to go to bed? I want to stay up and do things. And so I so wish that man would come to this place. Bro, I woke up yesterday morning and I opened my eyes and I heard in my spirit, you are renewed. You are renewed. You are a new man. You are saved. You are healed. You are transformed. I heard it. And I agreed with it. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I woke up. I wrote down in my journal, I am renewed. I am healed. I am transformed. And I wrote some more stuff. So I captured the experience. I captured the day. Now, of course, it's no news, but I'm saying those are the thoughts that will meet you when you wake up in the morning on this stage. So what am I saying? If you are on the second stage, I encourage you. If you are on the second stage, I encourage you. I could not have built this studio. I could not have put all of this together to go hard at this work. And I'm not only here on YouTube, but other places and the other plans that are in the work, in the making. I could not have done that unless I had reached stage 3. Because you can't really create and do anything on stage 2 because you're so wrapped up in that emotional work. It requires your entire attention. You need more time in a day to process things, to process all these emotions. And if you know anything about the science of mind, you know the hardest thing to remain set is your mind. The mind does not want to remain set. You know, somebody said, well, we got to set our minds and mindset. Man, the mind does not remain set. It takes a lot of years of practice, of learning, of transformation before you can set the mind for it to remain set. I'm at the point where my mind is set. It remains set. It's not seeking to distract me or do something or pull me out of the way or create resistance. It remains set, but it has taken a long time. But this is the point where you can actually start a business because you're not afraid. You are confident in yourself. You are connected to your purpose. You know what you're giving is what you need to be giving. You know what you're doing is what you're doing. You know it's your best, and you always go the extra miles. Guys, give the video a few likes. I've seen 20 guys in the chat, in the views, but our likes are very low. But I know I have not stopped to interact much because I've been speaking. Why? Because I'm committed. Because when I was commissioned to come on here and share this information, when I woke up this morning, I said yes. I said yes, because the Master, God, the universe said, this is the message for them today. I said yes, and I'm so committed to it. So I'm so talking that I don't get to go and interact with you guys. But give me some more likes, so by the time the video ends, we will have a few likes out there. And so if you are in stage 2, that means you are being faced by your demons, your childhood wounds, your inadequacies, your self-loathing, your self-hate, your weaknesses, your daddy issues, your mommy issues, and all the other issues that come with life experience. I encourage you. It will get better. Yes, don't lose faith, bro. Don't lose faith. And more than not losing faith, keep putting in the work. And what is the work? Keep sitting with your emotions. Keep processing your emotions. Keep choosing the light. And keep letting the light overpower the darkness. So when something in the dark comes up, shine the light on it. Tell it the truth. Remind yourself the truth. If your mind says you are inadequate, it says, I used to be inadequate, but now I am strong. I'm powerful. I can do all things. All I have to do is put my mind to it. I can do something that I put my mind to it because now I know the truth. So you remind those demons in you of the truth. So when you hear thoughts that say, man, you've always been awkward, bro. You don't know how to do anything. You've always been awkward. You don't know how to talk to girls. You don't know how to handle money. You don't know how to keep a job. Remind them that thought, yeah, that was the past. Yeah, that was the identity that I accepted, but I'm no longer that. No, I am a confident man now. I am an assured man now. I love myself now. I make the best decision for myself now. I'm acquiring skills and working on myself. I'm getting better day by day. So always let the light put the darkness out. Always remember to counter something negative you hear on the inside with something positive. And slowly but surely, it will get better. Slowly but surely. One day you will wake up. You will realize that, oh my God, I am saved. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe that this is my life. I cannot believe that this is my life. I cannot believe that this is my life. Let's see what you guys are saying. Well, Quizzy, you're late. You're asking the question, what about on stage 1? Man, that's already gone. We've been in here hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. There you go. Yeah. Yes, thank you for that like. Appreciate it. You've heard men say that they don't want to die empty, full. They want to die empty. I feel a little bit empty because I have put this information out there the way I just did. Now, I do like the live idea on YouTube where everywhere else now, because sometimes you would have to make a 1 hour video, long video, to sit there speaking on these topics, or maybe you have to make a series to talk about them. But on the live, because I watch lives, man. I watch 2 hour long lives. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, there are some guys out there that I value their content. I sit down and watch a 2 hour live. It might not be in one pass, but I sit down and watch a 3 hour Joe Rogan podcast. I watch a 2 hour live Kevin Samuels. And every once in a while, I stop by Danica Marie. Dope discussions. You know she's sexy, ain't you? But she's married. She's a married woman. But just to say a few. But so being long is not the issue. If the content is good, people will watch it. I have guys who've watched my lives, my 2.5 hour lives in several passes. They're like, man, I'm at work, but I'm gonna use the whole day to watch that 2.5 hours live because the information is so great. I need it. So the live idea is an awesome one. Who thought of that? I don't know why I didn't think of that first. With what? While I was jerking off? I couldn't do that, man. When YouTube came out, but I was in the deep, I think I was, when YouTube came out in 2008. No, that was Facebook. Facebook came out in 2008. YouTube came out 2010, 11. Anyhow, whenever I was still killing myself. I was still destroying myself. Gallons, by the gallons. By 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours slapping that monkey. And a couple of liters later, you know. And I was destroying my life. But thanks be to God. Look where I am today. Passing out information that I have learned on this journey. Look where I am. So you too. And actually you can go further than I am because some of you are younger. I'm 40. I turned 40 this year, in February this year. 40 is a beast, bro. 40 is the new 30 or the new 20, but really with a lot of experience. Man, I've never felt so good in my body. Don't let people fool you that you will get weak as you get older. Men around my age feel stronger than when they were 20. They feel stronger than they were 30. I actually literally feel stronger than when I was younger. Like physically. Like it's hard to move a 45-year-old man out of the way It's easier to move a 25, 26-year-old, 30-year-old man out of the way. You can just push that. But by the time a man is 45 and 50, like if he stands there, yeah. So it's a blessing. Let's answer some questions. Send some questions, guys, or make some comments. But that's been my expose. That's been the information that I wanted to share with you about semen retention, about the 3 stages of semen retention. And hopefully you've been encouraged to error code. I didn't see this message about the jealousy is real. And so, yeah, yep. You know, we're not being petty. I know some righteous person might say, we're just trying to be petty, but no. I had to open my eyes to it. Bro. Once you start doing good, once you start doing well, people will start saying things to you jokingly. Well, I was just joking when I said it. I'm just joking. Like, man, you make a lot of these corny jokes, my bro. Like, and these jokes are always about my demise. They're always about taking me down. They're always about doing something against me. And I must tell you, error code, it won't just be friends and family members and girlfriend. It will always be work colleagues, business associates, and even your own clients, whatever field that you're serving. You will see it. You will hear it, because remember, on stage 3, you walk with God. God walks with you. Your intuition is very high. You notice the slightest move. They think it comes to you. They don't even have to say it. But in your wisdom, you act like you're naive. You act like you have no idea what's going on. In your wisdom, you don't say anything. You just keep living life. Error code. People will pass off their true feelings. Yep. About you as a joke. We must remember. So in my country, I'm from Haiti. I'm Haitian. We have a saying that says, listen carefully. I can transliterate it in English, because sometimes you can't really translate, especially that language. The one I'm talking about is a dialect. It's Creole. Creole is a dialect. It doesn't have any literary structure. So it says something along this line. If you caught it, it was a joke. But if you didn't catch it, it was serious. They meant it. We have a saying that says that. So if somebody made a joke and you didn't catch it, they meant it in their heart. It's serious for them. But if you caught it, they're always going to say, "Oh, no, that was a joke. Oh, come on, man. Don't be so sensitive, bro. Just calm down, man. You're full of yourself. Whoa, that was a joke, bro. You think I would want to trip you? You think that I would want to see you fail?" Remember, if you caught it, it was a joke. If you didn't catch it, they go and talk to your friends. Yeah, that fool over there think he's all that. But if you caught it, nah, man, don't be so silly. Don't be so vain. Nah, man, I was just kidding. But I want to see you succeed. The real jealousy on semen retention is on stage 3. Yes. Wait until you get there, guys. Oh, yeah, that's Ahmed. Ahmed, I know. We've been talking. That's where you're at. That's where it is. Because you glow. You They can see you're walking with God. And of course, because now your intuition is so keen and so heightened, people think it, you know it. I swear to you. I swear to you with both hands. Your girlfriend thinks it, you know it. Forget about even doing it. I swear to you. I ain't lying. Your girlfriend thinks of going out with them girls just so she could accidentally run into that guy that she has in her mind, that her friends has been introduced to her. You know it. It comes to you as a picture. You're just doing your thing, working and driving, and the picture shows up in front of your eyes. Pew! You're like, what? But of course, you will learn to honor your intuition. So when something drops in your spirit, you will learn to honor it. You don't discount it. You don't run. You honor it. I'm going to tell you a personal story because, yeah, I've talked about myself, because what is a teacher without his own personal stories? I was living with my ex a few years, maybe 1 year and a half or 2 years in Semen Retention. So when I was with her, I was on easy mode. Easy mode being she knew I was doing it. I was with her when I was still fapping anyhow. So she knew there were some weeks we were just doing the thing, and my goal was to just hold back. And she was okay with it because I will still do a great job. And we're living, and I was a salesperson at CarMax, and I left work at night, 10, 11 p.m. And she's a nurse, so she used to work overnight. And of course, the schedule says that she would be at work. She used to put her schedule on the fridge. Her schedule says that she would be at work. Now, remember, the schedule, she didn't print a schedule from work. She printed a blank schedule, a blank calendar, week or month calendar, and she wrote her schedule. That's a way to keep us, keep her, to remind her, and for me to know that, well, she's off such days, I can make some plans, and she's working such days. And as soon as I turned into the subdivision, I heard something said, of course, but we know she's not at work, she's not home, and she ain't coming home tonight. But, I've never caught her cheating. I've never, we didn't have a history. There was nothing for me to, it wasn't like where she used to cheat on me, so therefore I was vigilant. No, I wasn't being vigilant. We had, there was nothing. I trusted me. I trusted the experience. I trusted the universe. But as soon as I turned into the subdivision, a feeling came over me, and I heard, she's not at work, she's not home, and she's not coming home tonight. I got to the house. I looked around. I looked at the bathroom, and I realized that, the bathroom is different the way then when she's getting ready for work. Like the time that was taken in the bathroom, the way makeup was applied in the bathroom that day, that afternoon, that night, it was different than when she does it to go to work. Right? Okay. Well, took a shower, ate, did what I need to do. And then I give her a phone call. It's just a regular phone call, checking on my girl, She didn't pick up. An hour later, as usual, she could be busy at work. An hour later, I call her back. She didn't pick up. Then she called me back a minute. No, she texted me, well, you ain't called me in a minute, around this late at night. So what's going on? I said, nothing. We just wanted to check on you, babe. The rest is history. Why am I telling you this story? They think it, you know it. They do it, man, you already know it. big time. You will be in the know. You will have the 411. So continue on your journey, bro. You will have the 411. Anybody I come in contact with, I already know what they're up to. I already know how it's going to end. I'm telling you right now, even with a client, I already know how it's going to end. A picture shows up in front of me, and I know who's sincere, who's not. You know, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. So keep going. Keep going. Welcome to the club. But if you need further one-on-one understanding, just reach out to me. You know, I don't make it a point to talk about coaching in these lives and in these videos, because what I realize is, man, you know, if a guy watches the video and eventually when he gets there, he's gonna come and get to it. Like your brother came on one of the lives and he said it in the room. He said, man, you know, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to get some coaching from you. Man, we did it today. Well, I mean, we didn't talk today, but he was so adamant. He was like, man, I need to do this today. I need to do it today. I need to send payment today. And he did it. So he is adamant to get the help. So there's no need to keep talking about it. But just if you do, any of my videos will have links on them for coaching. But if you don't, that's fine. You know, I'm doing this more out of a responsibility to the universe and out of my own love and passion. Because when I was recovering, I wish there was a guy like myself out there. Because everybody has somebody who can work with them, right? Some guys are going to feel like, this is the guy for me. David is the guy for me. I wish there was somebody like me out there when I was recovering. There wasn't. And so I decided that I would become that guy. I would become that man. I would become that man. Yes, sir. And I have become that man. And I'm here in this BI. Yes, sir. It's deep. It's deep. And thank you, God, for the likes. It's a lot of likes. Appreciate it. A lot of guys have stopped by tonight. So when the universe said to come and talk to you guys, it knew who needed to hear this information. It knew how many guys were going to be here. Yes, sir. And so now, guys, send your questions. I'll take a few questions and then we can call it quit. A few of you have been here for 2 hours with me. That's 2 hours out of 24 where you have gotten some good things dropped into your mind. That's 2 hours you went watching porn. That's 2 hours you went on Instagram. That's 2 hours. Oh, I didn't see this comment. That's 2 hours you weren't out there destroying yourself. You were here actually listening to some good information for your journey. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with semen. Oh, I don't know. I missed the first part, so I'll just probably leave that. Boss at Home, I did send you my email on that comment that you sent to me. Yeah, YouTube is funny like that, bro. On my end, I can see my email, but YouTube has been switching their systems over. You know, the systems keep getting better, especially the studio, the back end studio. And they do say it's not a guarantee that every time somebody checks for your information that they will find it. Just like YouTube makes no guarantee that your subscribers will always get a notification when you go live or when you post a video. Even guys with millions of subscribers, because for them, if they have 1 million subscribers, you better believe they would love for the notifications to go to them. But on the inside, on YouTube, they're like, we don't promise that. I know. We're sorry. We don't promise that. Some of them might get, some of them might not get it. So shoot me an email. Do like our brother who signed up today. He shot an email. He told, now I'm not saying that's what you're going to do, but I'm saying contact. Make the contact. Let's talk. And let's keep this life rolling. Let keep this experience going. My goal is to help men to do the same work that I have done in my life. And I've done a great job. Not a millionaire yet, not, having a lot of money, not living the best physical or luxurious life yet. But those are not measurements of success. Actually, they are the result of success. Do you know that, right? Success is internal first, and then it pictures itself out there. So, but for where I've been, I used to be, and where I am now, bro, I've made a lot of work. I've come a long way. I have a lot to share, and so I'm committed to sharing that. I take that responsibility because I know how far I've come, how much work I've done, how much I know, how far ahead I am, and how little some guys know, and how much they need what I know. And so I've committed myself to doing this work until the master calls me to something else. Who's here? Questions, guys. We have 9 guys in the house. Send a question, make a comment, say something. It's for you, man. This information is for you. It's crucial to get this information. It's crucial to understand it. And I think I did take a good amount of time to explain these 3 stages to give you a good understanding. So make some noise, say something, send a comment, ask a question. I think let's give ourselves 15 minutes to do that. But I certainly appreciate everybody who took the time to come on. I said Kevin is on, Danica was on, the debate was on. Well, I heard some people say it's not a debate. Well, I ain't gonna pay attention to that, but oh dang, you missed it, bro. But the stream is still there. You can watch it. It was amazing information. I talked about the 3 crucial stages of semen retention. And just to give you a recap, give me a second. I'm gonna put them on the screen. So the 3 stages of semen retention, as I have observed in myself, with my clients, and also other men I have observed. These are the 3 stages of semen retention. That is the butterfly stage, which is I'm so happy. I feel energized. Everything is good. Yeah, I can finally do it again. And then the emotional labor is when all of a sudden you feel like you don't feel as excited, and then negative thoughts and negative emotions, childhood traumas come to you for you to work on them. Your demons have come for you to face them. And then, of course, if you make it through that second stage, you will enter the paradise, the peaceful stage, where you get to meet God, where you get to spend time with the Father. and become this powerful man. That's what I had for you tonight. Let me take a screenshot while Command Shift 3. No, actually, I want to do set area 4. There we go. All right. Interesting, huh? Feel like you're in between 2 and 3. Yes, you definitely are able to gauge your own stage. Day 115. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Congrats. So I must also tell you that stage 2 lasts the longest because of all the emotional processing and the nature of the work, having to do it all over again, over again and again, like in several passes, because the nature of the mind is the mind does not remain set. So whether you set your, for example, you discover a truth, right? You have a revelation. You're like, oh, okay. So so this is it, right? Okay, cool. Well, I changed my mind. This is how I'm gonna do things from now on. When the moment comes where you're put to the test, you do it the old way. Although you did have the revelation of the new, although you did make the decision to do it in the new way. So it's going to take another pass. It's going to take another pass. It's going to take another pass. So stage 2 lasts the longest. But once you graduate from stage 2, bro, you become pro. You become pro. You become pro. But you're still here, so you still catch some part of it. Questions, guys? Questions, comments? I'm also looking for brave men who want to get on the live and ask me a question live. I've been saying that when I go live, I can get Skype set up. Well, it's already set up, but any man who wants to be brave, want to get on that call and call me and talk to me live, as opposed to just writing a message. If you're brave enough, and tell me you want to go for it. Good question. And I'm glad you asked this question. It's actually the most appropriate question, right? But I'm going to answer. What helped you through stage 2? Yeah. If you need to know anything, you would want to know how does one make it from stage 2 to stage 3, right? Because stage 1 is automatic. Stage 2 will come for you while you're on stage 1. But stage 3 will not come for you on stage 2. You have to graduate. You have to pass. You crazy, David. What you talking about? About graduation. The rite of passage. Like our brother said last night. You gotta earn the rite of passage. It will be the rite of, you gotta earn it. What helped me on stage 2? Couple of things, but at the top of the list is a willingness to take that time to work on myself, to work on my life issues. I just said, well, I mean, obviously this is an opportunity to work on these things, and I want to do it. That's one. And second, I put in the work. I spent a lot of time in solitude, isolation. When the demons came for me, I didn't run. I sat with them. I literally just sat with them. And how I did that, so let's say I would get in my car and start driving and just let them talk to me and let them do whatever. And if I needed to cry, I would cry in my car. I've cried, I've sobbed, and I've cried like a baby. There were times if it felt like I needed to be in my bed in the fetal position, like the baby in the womb, I did so. I would go home, lay down in a fetal position, cover myself head to toe, and just lay there and let the demons do what they're doing. Listen to them. I put up the little resistance that I could put up. I remind myself of the little things, but I knew every day that passed by in that state, was what meant that I actually faced my demons, because I didn't run away, right? Because I didn't relapse. I didn't call a girlfriend. I didn't go to the club. I didn't drink alcohol. So that means I didn't run away. I also would spend long amount of time in the dark. I would just shut down my lights. I love a really dark room. I always have room darkening curtains, and I also sleep with a sleeping mask. I let no lights in, because when you sit in darkness, in fact, there are meditation types of meditation that require total darkness. When you sit in the dark while you're still conscious, you get to recondition your consciousness. You get to sort of cleanse your consciousness, because remember, in the dark you're not seeing anything. Then your thoughts are not being based. Your thoughts are not based on what you see and what you hear, because it's dark, you're not hearing anything. So thoughts about what you see and what you hear don't come to you, which already frees you up for other kinds of thoughts. Okay. And I also showed myself a lot of love and acceptance and compassion. I used to tell myself, and I teach my clients, if anybody is going to have compassion on me, it must be me first. And I would tell myself, David, man, you have compassion for other people. It's time that you have compassion for yourself. So if you fail today, come back tomorrow and continue. Just dust yourself off and continue the journey. So in that process, I developed a strong self-love and self-acceptance and self-compassion for myself. When I failed, I got up. I just kept going. And of course, that's mental and spiritual. Physically, what I would do is I shun the world. No clubbing, no major public appearance. I go to the grocery store, but not going to a bar, not going to the club, definitely not going to a concert or anything like that, not looking for a girlfriend, because I know all of these things would just be a crutch. So anything that served as a crutch, I stayed away from it. Which also meant in that time, my dopamine levels balanced. They so the levels became balanced. So I wasn't on spikes and valleys. Like I wasn't on mountaintops and valleys, because that's how the addictive brain is. One day, one moment you're there, and the next you're here, and the next you're there. No. But because I was spending so much time in that processing state, then it wasn't exciting, right? Because it wasn't exciting, then my dopamine levels just went flat. And of course, that was the preparation for the third stage, for me to be calm, quiet, collected, grounded, feeling peaceful. And physically, yeah, I stayed in the gym. At the time, I used to go to Gold's Gym. And I used to go at a time when I knew there wasn't much people there, because if you know Gold's Gym, you know it's crazy. The best time for me was around between 12 and 3 p.m. For some reason, it was always almost empty. I would do that. Yeah. I also resisted urges to draw towards sources of pleasure. Like if I had a thought about calling an ex, or trying to meet up with somebody, or even eating sweets, I resisted eating sweets. A piece of cake, a pint of ice cream, a good mocha latte, because going to DQ, because those things deliver high dopamine release. You know, they shoot your dopamine to the roof, which essentially says you just got a shot of, like, you just revived that part of your brain that's related to addiction. So these were some of the things that I did. And of course, I got into affirmations, which means I was constantly talking to myself, wiping the negativity out of my brain, out of my subconscious mind, rewiring my subconscious mind, rewiring my brain. And it took time, over and over. And I would keep coming to the drawing board. And yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Man, a lot of guys stopped by tonight. I have a lot of likes. And not everybody likes, so, which means it was good. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, man. If it describes your past month, then of course you assessed your position accurately by saying that you are between 2 and 3. And of course, you know, once you're honest with yourself, you're gonna know where you are. I do know I have an accent. I do know English is my fourth language, but I hope that I do a good enough job in describing, and my accent is not as thick and unable to understand. But once a man can understand these words, he will be able to locate him in that journey. Look at where he's at on that journey. You know, so let's say if I wanted to say something about women on this part here, stage 3. I have a couple of women right now that I can be in a relationship with, or at least continue dating, or even effing. But I'm not. One of them just did my hair Sunday morning. They all have their businesses, or they have managerial positions in the company. But I don't know. You know, whatever we've done is what we've done, and although they're great women, you know, I'm sure something great could happen if we get together, but that's not what's on my spirit. What's in my spirit is my life purpose. What's in my spirit is making an impact on the world. Continue elevating myself off the ground, educationally, also financially, socially. Yeah. And that's where you are at on stage 3. And women can pick it up, and that even makes them run after you even more, because they can pick up that you're so grounded. You're not fazed by stuff. You're not running after stuff. You're not out there. And then they think, he's a good man. He could be faithful. He would be faithful. He's understanding. He's older. He's grounded. He doesn't just yap, 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 yap. Oh my God. You know, like, yes. But I can't have him though. He doesn't pay attention. I think he's kind of naive, because, you know, all these hints I've been giving him, he ain't been picking them up. Oh, I wonder if he notices them, but he decides to ignore them. I don't know. I'm tripping. But God, I would like to have him. Let's go, guys. Let's go and save some time for another day. Of course, these are random lives when I get the inspiration, but we still know that we have a live on Sunday at 9 p.m. and also on Tuesday at 7 p.m. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., I have a guest. That live, I always have a guest, but the Sunday live, I do by myself, so I can speak, so I can teach and share these insights. And also when I get the prompting to go on randomly, it would always be because the Spirit wants me to teach certain things and share certain information and give certain insight, and the Spirit is moving through me. You know, I have a Christian background, so I was in the church on my way to become a pastor. I've been to Bible school. I have a bachelor in practical theology. So my my language tends to be like the language you would hear in the church, but not that it's Christian, not that, you know, it's seeking to convert you, but I kind of speak in those terms. All right, fellas, you are on the right journey. You are on the right path. No, hold on. Let me see. You are on the right path. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. You are on the right path. Just remember that. And that alone can sustain you. That alone can help you to make it through. Knowing that you are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Then if you know that, stay on the journey. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. Any more questions, comments? If not, let's call it quit and let's go have ourselves a great night. Remember, guys, You are kings in your own right, in your own domain. Endeavor in your heart to graduate from stage 1 to stage 2 and ultimately to stage 3, where the real life is waiting for you. Until next time, namaste. Be good. Stay in your kingdom. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey.